Miss Obama, uh, the White House is not your house, fool. You got maybe, at the max, 8 years. Hopefully only 4. It is not your house. You are living there like a welfare person where the taxpayers are paying for you to live. It's not your house. You've got 8 years, hopefully only 4, for your little kids to run around wiping their snot all over the painting, drawing graffiti all in their rooms. You've got 8 years max, hopefully only 4. Where have you got the idea that that's your house? It's not your house. It's no more your house than it is my house or anybody else's house. You're on some kind of high-class welfare. You are squatting for a few years. Your house is somewhere else. You're there, hopefully, very, very temporarily. It is not your house. You're just like someone living on welfare. Obama. Mr. Obama. I didn't vote for you. The country's suffering and you're sipping wine at the White House or champagne. I want to know how much one of them bottles of champagne costs. You're hosting those fool governors who most of them don't live in their house either. It's not their house. It's a governor mansion. Belongs to the people. Michelle Obama, you need to be planning your way out now. You need to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet and pay for your own house, because the White House is not your house. Obama, you work for me, fool. I demand that you quit having all these silly parties, start cutting back on your alcohol consumption, and keep the White House clean if it's possible. I don't think you have it in you. I don't think you have the discipline. And Michelle, I got to tell you something. You know, I hear these fool news media. You can wear a burlap sack, and they're going to say, "Oh, look how lovely she looks." You look like a fool, woman. You look deformed when you walk. Your hips are way too wide for the top of your body. Your head is big. Your hairdo sucks. You're not pretty. In fact, I could give you some hints where you wouldn't look all that bad, but you're no beauty. So, don't get the big head out of this stupid fool news media. Ain't gonna try to beat it into the American public. Oh, look at that beautiful dress. That dress looks stupid. Everything I've seen you in looks stupid. Walking around with that long dress, they're tripping over your feet. Oh, look how graceful she is. You're sitting there pulling your dress up. Pulling it up. Oh, look how graceful she is. If that had been a Republican first lady, they'd have beat her up. You look like a fool, Michelle Obama. God, it's not your house. Let your kids draw on the walls and all that crap. Get it done. It'll be repainted. It's a form of Section 8 housing, Michelle. That's all it is. The American public are paying for you to until you can get out and your husband can march around the world and make millions of dollars for a speech. I mean, what an accomplishment. The first black president of the United States. What an accomplishment. Yeah. It's not your house, Michelle. Get it through your thick skull. You have 8, hopefully 4 years that The American public is going to pay for you to live there, take care of your expenses. You know, you're just another black female with children and a deadbeat husband, living off the American public, living off mainly white people's taxes. You live off other people's taxes. You know? Yeah, so do I. But you know what? I earned the right to live off of people's taxes because I went to war for them. Sorry, useless people I went to war for, called Democrats. Yep, you got 8 years, Michelle, unless, of course, you run for president next. I guess, what, you're going to be the first black female president. Man, this is getting like climbing Mount Everest, Michelle. First black, first gay, first one-legged man, first 100-year-old man. Yeah, it becomes monotonous. First woman in space, first gay in space, first Asian in space. Michelle, you're living off of welfare. The taxpayers are putting you up temporarily, hopefully just for 4 years, some kind of high-class Section 8 housing. You live in Section 8 housing. Actually, it's even worse than Section 8 housing, Michelle, because you don't have to pay nothing. Some Section 8 people have to pay a little bit of money. So let your little snot-nosed girls run around there, draw pictures of their daddy on the wall. Yeah. Right, Michelle, it's not your house. Quit calling it your house, and you stupid news media, quit calling it Michelle Obama's house. She has no house. She's living off welfare. Taxpayers putting her up. And that deadbeat husband of hers is drinking champagne, toasting a bunch of fool governors. Well, that's fine. They don't live in their houses either. And if they do, they get paid to live in their own house. Yeah. You got 8 years, Michelle, to mess the house up. We're going to have some really, really good painters when you get through with it. I see that your deadbeat husband moved the bust of a decent man, a hero, out of there because he can't stand heroes like Winston Churchill. Obama, Churchill will eat you for dinner. You sorry, useless, deadbeat Obama. Sending men to war. You ever serve yourself, Obama? Hell no! You wouldn't. You despised the military. You know where you stand in my eyes, Obama? You wouldn't even join the National Guard. At least Bush served in the National Guard. You call yourself service to your country. You just like living rent-free off the people. Deadbeat. Deadbeat. Where have you ever worked that you really actually earned your own money, let's say in the civilian society? Obama? Community organizer? You're living on a high-class Section 8 form of taxpayer dollars, and we paying for your parties. Sipping champagne. I toast you governors, you fools. How much does that cost the taxpayer, Obama? Huh? How much was that champagne? Country suffering, you're partying. Ghetto. First ghetto president. You want to turn the White House into a ghetto White House. You fool, Michelle. Start planning on your move out. Because if you ain't going in 8 years, then people like me are going to go up there and move you out. Jerk. Useless welfare people living off the government in that house. Useless. And you useless Americans that voted for them. Yeah, Michelle. Michelle, you're not pretty. I'm not either. But please, I don't claim to be. You ain't pretty. Get out of the house. Out of the White House.